royalty. Gotta recognize it, recognize royalty. Like they ain't got eyes to recognize royalty.
I can feel,
recognize royalty.
I can see,
recognize royalty.
Now I recognize
royalty.
Royal to these eyes.
Royalty.
I can see,
recognize royalty.
I can love
recognize royalty.
Now I
recognize it.
Royalty.
I recognize passion. Never just the man with the title in his hand, with the vital in his hand, with the Bible in his hand. You never just the man with the scepter in demand, with the lecture in the stand, with the vector and the candle. Can you understand the grand from the texture of the hand? Hard at work, are you hard at work, working with the man? It's the ring of royalty. Crown him king, just a thing, letting loyalty ring. Bring frankincense and myrrh and other things. It's gold already blings from the highest that prizes no sins. Recognize the kings overruling commandments with the Trinity and the power it brings. When you recognize royalty, I feel it.
I can see,
yeah, I see it.
Now
I recognize now.
Royal to these eyes.
Royalty.
I can see,
I see it.
I can love again.
Now I'm in love now. I recognize your passion.
Royalty.
Recognize royalty. Sunrise royally. Sitting on top of the world. I'm five morally. Status of a king for surely. Morally, we pop dumb things till we stop the impurity. We pop them just for recognition. Listen to the missionary on a mission with the visionary vision. Do you recognize intuition? I reel in men when I went out fishing. I'll tell you why they rocked the boat. Cause they didn't understand what the prophet wrote. What's the conniption? The Jews crucifixion and refuse recognition at son child's christening in the mix of some. Insist they fix the system from malarkey back to my monarchy. Yeah, back above me. Don't soil my purple and blue, and I will recognize your royalty too.
I can feel you.
I feel it.
I can see you.
I can see it.
Now I
recognize now.
Royal to these eyes.
Your royalty.
I can see you.
I see it.
I can love again.
And I'm in love now.
Now
I recognize your passion.
Royalty.
Royalty.
Hey man, what it do? We in the building. Have y'all noticed that Tariq sells Hotep gear? Yo, I noticed today that Tariq Nasheed sells Hotep gear on his website. Hotep, you know, Black Egypt. Yeah. The leader of FBA is a Hotep guy. Isn't that something? The leader of FBA is a Black Egypt. Is yo, you cannot make this up. But yeah, he got Hotep gear, man. This man is a full. Wait, is he? Let me not. I can't just say that because he got Hotep gear, right? Is that going too far? Am I pushing the bounds? But yeah, he got Hotep gear, so I'm gonna go out there and say he's an Egyptologist. He's a Black Egypt. He's an Egyptomaniac. Yep. He's one of them Hoteps. And it's very, you know what I mean, appropriate, because I think FBA really reminds me of the Hotep crew. Foundational Black America reminds me of Black Egypt. Foundational Black America has a lot in common with foundational Black Egyptians. I'm telling you. It's like such a parallel. Foundational Black Egypt and Foundational Black America, man, it's one and the same, and it's no coincidence that your leader, Tariq Nasheed, is a Hotep. You don't believe me? Go to his website. He got Hotep gear. He got Hotep gear. He's gonna greet you with Hotep. Word up. But that's not what we're here to talk about, though. We're not here to talk about the fact that FBA has so much in common with Black Egypt. We're here to talk about why Jamaicans don't call themselves African Jamaicans, have no reason to do so, because it just don't make no sense. Let me not give it away. But again, I'm not going to talk about it until somebody come talk to me about it. Come holler at your boy, man. You know you want to holler at your boy. Holler at your boy.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Brought us from the motherland in bondage and chains. Bury our culture and change our names. They claim we're free, yet we are in pain. As long as there's life, there's a lot to gain. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. When God spoke his words, they said he was deranged. Marley sung his songs, they said the same. Malcolm X and Martin Luther fought relentlessly so we could be better. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Brought us from the motherland in bondage and chains. Bury our culture and change our names. They claim we're free, yet we are in pain. As long as there's life, there's a lot to gain. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise.
Yeah. So let me deliver the answer to the question, man. Yeah, that's why we here. Why Jamaicans don't refer to themselves as African Jamaicans? I think the reason is that the main reason I think that Jamaicans don't refer to themselves as African Jamaicans is because Jamaicans are proud to be Jamaicans. They are very proud to be Jamaicans. Black Americans are not proud to be Americans at all, which is why they want to add something onto their name. Like, they just don't want to be just American. They are not proud of their country. When I first came into this community with the name American Dream, like, the flack I got just from calling myself American Dream was crazy. And it was simply because I was black. Like, they were like, how are you black and you love America? So that to me is the main reason why Jamaicans have no interest in referring to themselves as African Jamaicans, even though we accept our African heritage, and we know that that's where our roots come from, and we honor Africa in our music and all of that. We're not going to attach African to we're more proud to be Jamaican than African. Outside of all of that, we're more proud to be Jamaican than African. The Black American, however, is more proud to be African than American. Some of them even want to change their name from African American to American African, because the African is the African part. They want the African part to be the noun, not the American part. And not being proud to be an American has been something that's been a part of the Black community since forever, really, since well, let me not say since forever, because I think that the slaves really fought to be citizens, and I think that Black Americans today, or I think Black Americans after slavery have been a lot more resistant to be an American than the slaves themselves. But yes, I think that is the main reason, in my estimation, is that Black Americans are not proud Americans. They just are not. And that's like I said, that's throughout history. The Black Power movement is an anti-American movement. Pan-Africanism is an anti-American movement. Most of the movements that Black Americans are a part of are anti-American movements. A lot of people involved in the civil rights movement were known communists. Same maybe not civil rights, but definitely Pan-Africanists. The Pan-Africanists and the Black Power people were just straight up just communists, open communists. And we know that communists are very anti-American, whether they're Black or white. So that is absolutely the reason why Jamaicans have no interest in calling themselves African Jamaicans, is because they're proud to be Jamaicans. And being Jamaican is pretty much all they really want to be. They're proud Jamaicans. And it's just the opposite for Black Americans or for FBA in particular. They are not proud to be Americans at all. Even though they call themselves foundational, they still want reparations for it. And, I think the fact that they're asking for reparations is also a hint of how unpatriotic and how un-American Black Americans can be. And I'm not talking about all Americans, because, Black Americans serve our country in terms of in the military more than any other group, or definitely any other Black group in America. So it's definitely not true of all Black Americans. Black Americans who are patriotic are go all out with their patriotism and can be our finest citizens. But I guess I'm talking about this community, like people in the conscious community, especially, and those branches of the Pan-Africanist community and Black Power community, like those Black Americans are very unpatriotic. And yeah, so that's my opinion on it. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. I was hoping somebody could come up and have a conversation about it. But you don't always get what you want in life. It is what it is. Yeah, J.A., I get that. I know American is in FBA. But my point is, if it's not, it's either African American or they have to add something on to the American. They can't just be American. They refuse to just be American. It has to be Black American, African American, foundational Black American, freedmen. It's something other than just American. And you know, I think really when they do leave on the American, when they do leave the American on there, it's not out of patriotism. I don't think it's out of, it's even then that it's out of patriotism. I think it's for a different reason that they even leave the American on there, especially when it comes to FBA, because you cannot be the main goal or the main objective of FBA is gaining reparations from America. And, you know, you can't be patriotic and be demanding reparations for slavery that never happened to you. But yeah, again, J.A., I get that American is in FBA, but my point is they're always got to add something on to American, because they can't just be American. Jamaicans are fine with just being Jamaican. We don't want to be foundational Black Jamaicans. We don't want to be Black Jamaicans. We don't want to be African Jamaicans. We're just Jamaicans. Black Americans, though, Americans, these Americans don't want to be just American. That's the point I'm making, J.A. Follow me, na man.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Brought us from the motherland in bondage and chains. Bury our culture and change our names. They claim we're free, yet we are in pain. As long as there's life, there's a lot to gain. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. When God spoke his words, they said he was deranged. Marley sung his songs, they said the same. Malcolm X and Martin Luther fought relentlessly so we could be better. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Just because we're black, they say we are slaves. Speak of righteousness, they say we are praise. Brought us from the motherland in bondage and chains. Bury our culture and change our names. They claim we're free, yet we are in pain. As long as there's life, there's a lot to gain. Just because we're black,